Number 1. Hogwarts. Hogwarts is one of the most dangerous schools in the world, and it is not even the worst one. Hidden in Scotland, the school operates inside a castle that actively works against its own students. Staircases move without warning. Rooms appear when they want to. Entire areas are forbidden because they are too dangerous. Although this hasn't been everything, children are sent there anyway. A forest full of deadly creatures sits directly next to the grounds. A chamber built for murder and was left sealed beneath the school. Ghosts wander the halls. Portraits watch everything. Now, the building is not just a location, it is a living magical system. That is what makes Hogwarts different. The danger is not always an accident. Sometimes it is tradition. Students do not only learn spells, they learn how to survive pressure, secrecy, and ancient problems nobody bothered to remove. When Voldemort rises, when monsters escape, when battles reach the castle, it feels shocking. But it should not. Hogwarts was always built like a school, sitting on top of a war zone. Number 2. Beauxbatons. Beauxbatons Academy of Magic is the opposite kind of danger. The school is hidden in the Pyrenees, away from ordinary eyes, but its reputation is built on refinement. Nothing about it feels chaotic or random. Everything looks elegant and controlled, and that is exactly where the pressure comes from. At Beauxbatons, magic is not just about power. It is about presentation. A spell should work, but it should also look effortless. Students should succeed, but they should also appear graceful while doing it. That creates a very different environment from Hogwarts. At Hogwarts, students are surrounded by noise, weirdness, and disaster. Mistakes almost blend into the background. At Beauxbatons, mistakes stand out. Even during the Triwizard Tournament, the students seemed trained to move like one perfect unit. No wasted motion, no rough edges, but perfection can become its own trap. Beauxbatons may look softer than Hogwarts, but it teaches a harsher lesson. Just magic is not enough. You have to make it look flawless. Number 3. Durmstrang. Durmstrang Institute is secretive. Its exact location is hidden somewhere in Eastern Europe or Scandinavia. It is another dangerous school because it removes a line most schools refuse to cross. They teach the dark arts, not only defense against it, not only theory, the actual subject. That changes everything. Most wizarding schools treat dark magic as something students should understand from a distance. Durmstrang brings it closer. Students are taught what dangerous magic does, how it works, and why people use it. But that does not mean every student becomes evil. But it does mean they grow up with less fear of forbidden power. Its reputation is colder, harsher, and more aggressive than the others. Even the way Durmstrang appears in the Triwizard Tournament feels different. They do not enter like guests. They enter like a force. And then there is Grindelwald. Before becoming one of the most feared dark wizards in history, he studied in Durmstrang. He was eventually expelled, which proves the school did have limits. But the fact that he developed inside that environment still matters. Durmstrang does not create ambition. It gives ambitious students access to tools other schools would lock away. Number 4. Ilvermorny. Ilvermorny was founded in North America, far away from the old European systems, and that matters. It carries pieces of familiar wizarding tradition, but it also develops its own identity. At Hogwarts, a hat sorts students. It speaks, thinks, judges, and sometimes even considers what the student wants. At Ilvermorny, the process feels less negotiable. Enchanted statues choose. That makes the school feel more direct, less theatrical, more final. Hogwarts sorts students into legacies. Ilvermorny sorts them into what drives them. The 4 houses represent different parts of a witch or wizard: mind, body, heart, soul. And because the statues respond to the student, the decision feels like magic, reading something deeper than behavior. That can be unsettling, because a student might walk in believing one thing about themselves and leave marked by something else completely. Ilvermorny is younger than Hogwarts, but younger does not mean weaker. It means less trapped by the past, and sometimes that makes a school more dangerous to predict. Number 5. Castelo Bruxo. Castelo Bruxo is hidden deep in the Brazilian rainforest. To non-magical people, it looks like ancient ruins. To witches and wizards, it is a golden school surrounded by one of the most powerful ecosystems on Earth. That alone changes the education. At Hogwarts, nature is outside the castle. At Castelo Bruxo, nature is part of the school. Students specialize in magical plants and magical creatures. They study them in the environment where those things actually belong. That makes the training more practical, but also far more dangerous. The Amazon does not care whether a student is ready. A plant can heal or poison. A creature can teach or kill. The same environment that gives knowledge can become a threat without warning. So the lesson is not control. It is adaptation. Castelo Bruxo teaches students to understand magic as part of the living world, not something separate from it. not something locked in a classroom, not something safely explained from a distance. That kind of education produces a different wizard, less protected, more aware, harder to surprise, because when the jungle is your classroom, survival becomes part of the subject. Number 6. Mahoutokoro. Mahoutokoro is built on a volcanic island in Japan. This is not a school surrounded by gentle hills or safe castle walls. It exists in a place shaped by fire, ocean, and isolation. Students already start at age 7 with their training, staying overnight at age 11. That setting already says something, but the most brutal part is the robes. They wear enchanted robes that change color based on their magical progress. As they improve, the robes change with them. The strongest students' robes can reach gold. But if a student betrays the magical code, the robe turns white. That means Mahoutokoro removes privacy. At other schools, a student can pretend. They can hide poor performance. They can exaggerate talent. They can act confident even when they are falling behind. At Mahoutokoro, the robe exposes the truth. Progress is visible. Failure is visible. Dishonor is visible. That creates discipline, but also constant pressure. Other students fear exam. Mahoutokoro students wear their consequences. That makes the school feel elegant from the outside, but ruthless from within. Number 7. Uagadou. Uagadou is the largest wizarding school in the world. It is located in Africa, in the mountains of the moon, and it has a reputation for advanced transformation, astronomy, but it also breaks the biggest assumption in European magic. Students do not need wands. That's a huge change. For most wizards, the wand is central. It focuses power. It channels spells. It becomes part of identity. Take the wand away, and many wizards feel incomplete. Uagadou students, however, are trained differently. They perform magic through gestures, focus, and direct control. That means the power is not tied to an object. And that makes their magic harder to disarm, harder to trace, and harder for outsiders to understand. So this is a school producing students with skills and confidence many others may never properly achieve. In a world built around magical tools, Uagadou teaches magic without the tool. That is freedom, and freedom is frightening to anyone trying to control magic. Number 8. Koldovstoretz. Koldovstoretz is located in Russia and is one of the strangest schools because almost nothing is explained about it. But one detail is enough. Students are known for riding enchanted trees instead of broomsticks. At first, that sounds ridiculous. Then you think about what it means. A broom is built for flying. It is a tool. It is shaped, crafted, and controlled. A tree is alive. So if students at Koldovstoretz use enchanted trees, their magic may be based on a very different relationship with the natural world. Not just command, not just control, cooperation. That makes the school harder to understand, because a wizard trained to control objects behaves one way. A wizard trained to work with living magic behaves another. But beyond that, details are scarce, and that silence makes Koldovstoretz stronger. Because when a school reveals almost nothing, outsiders cannot prepare for it. Koldovstoretz may not seem as dramatic as Durmstrang, nor as famous as Hogwarts, but mystery is its own kind of power. Number 9 to 11. The schools that don't fit. The wizarding world officially counts 11 major schools, but not all of them behave like part of the same system. 3 of them stand out. They are not just hidden. Nothing about them defines them. Other schools are known for something: structure, philosophy, specialization. But these are not, which makes them impossible to compare. You don't know what their students are trained to do, or how their magic is shaped. So what do we know? One of them is somewhere in Australia. The second unknown school is somewhere in South America, but it stays completely disconnected. There's no sign of it interacting with the rest of the wizarding world at all. Whatever happens there doesn't feed back into the system. Then there's the final school, and this one breaks the pattern entirely. There's nothing to locate, nothing to trace back. You're not dealing with a hidden institution anymore. You're dealing with something that was taken out of circulation, because if it had simply stayed hidden, something would still point to it. Here, nothing does, which suggests it didn't fade away. It was removed.